Well, this is clearly a bit special, isn't it? It's the first time I've seen the GT3 RS and I can't quite get over it. How they made that rear wing road legal, I will never know. But I don't want to spend too much time talking about the detail of it because we've already done a brilliantly comprehensive walk-around film on it. But what I do want to talk about is Porsche's RS philosophy. Because Porsche is a master of this stuff. It's been doing these GT cars for nearly 25 years now across 4 generations. Yet each time they do an RS, they manage to reposition it. Think about it. The 996, that was Porsche getting its eye in. The 997, sheer mechanical perfection. The 991, PDK, downforce, more track focus. This new 992, track first. They've basically gone sod it, throw everything at it, make it a cup car, make it sing on circuit. We're at Dunsfold. Let's go and have a play. Ooh, I'm alive! 860 kilos of downforce. That's the figure everyone's banging on about, but actually the one that interests me more is the 409 kilos you already get at 125 miles an hour, because 100 plus mile an hour corners are what we've got at Dunsfold. So here, just coming past the start-finish line, you're already at 110 miles an hour, braking up over the crest, so you can use everything, that stability under braking. Well, I can brake a lot later than that. Got to get some heat into the carbon ceramics. Right, and barrelling over to Chicago. Right, already hitting 90 miles an hour plus there. Right, patient with the throttle. Wow. So there's a bit of push understeer. Absolutely inevitable when you've got a car like this and you're really trying to attack a corner. 911's always call for technique. Coming out of Hammerhead, that's 90 miles an hour. Ooh, right, brave pills, brave pills, brave pills. Can you turn it in at 110? Hell, you can. Right, follow through. Just turn it, turn it, turn it. Stay on the power. Oh, wow. This is bloody full on. Right, bully it into second class. That's where you really notice the grip. Wow, what a thing. 125, 130 miles an hour. My God, Bennett. So, I know it didn't sound like much on paper, but this thing is absolutely furious. Right, diff settings coming out of Chicago. Right, I want a slightly tighter diff for that. So on power, let's get myself a tighter diff. What a thing! What a thing! These buttons, I thought they were just a bit of a gimmick, but my God, you can really feel their effects. When you're sliding it, says he, mid-slide, you really can feel that diff being tighter. Hang about. What's that? Hello, Trouble.
Hello.
What are you doing here?
Well, I knew you'd be getting a little bit frothy and overexcited with all that downforce and those sticky tyres, so I thought I'd bring along a little bit of context in the shape of this, the GT4 RS, fresh off its win at Speed Week.
Not complaining?
Not complaining, neither am I. Sorry for crashing your big fun day out, Ollie, but both these cars have similar engines, 4-litre flat 6s, but this one takes life a little less serious.
It might do. This is going to eat it alive.
Yeah, fair play. That might be true. But seeing as you've turned it into a competition straight away, how'd you fancy a game of Top Trumps?
Oh, I like Top Trumps. I haven't played for years. Come on, then.
For years. Well, I've devised one. I've got it on my phone here. Right. Power.
518 horsepower.
493 brake horsepower.
I've got that one.
1-0 you. Video boys, if you could get some funky graphic going on here that keeps score, that would be fantastic. 0 to 62?
3.2 seconds.
3.4. It's not going very well, is it?
2-0.
GT4 RS. I tell you what, though. Yes, you've got that point for 0 to 62, but I think if we do a quarter mile, if we do a drag race, that wing is going to come into play at some point.
Right, okay.
Should we give it a go?
Let's give it a go. So what do we think is going to happen? This should be faster off the line. It's rear engine, weight over the back axle, wider rear tyres. It should get an advantage, but that is lighter, shorter geared, not a lot less power, and it's less draggy. So at high speed towards the end of this, that could start coming back. So I just need to make sure the DRS is fully open to push through to the line.
3, 2, 1, go.
That was pretty close.
It was. I reckon if we did half a mile, I would have had you. That traditional half a mile drag race. All right, let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Top speed on that thing?
184 miles an hour.
Ha! 195
I knew it was coming.
miles an hour.
It was coming.
Here comes the comeback. 2-1, I think that is, GT3 RS.
Yeah.
Weight?
1450 kilos in its lightest spec with Visac pack.
Yes, nice nerd point there.
Yeah, yeah.
1,415 kilograms in its lightest spec.
35 kilo advantage.
Exactly. So look at that. I've drawn it 2-2. Both of these cars, by the way, have got all the goodies on them, all the carbon and all the magnesium and everything else. So we're
Yeah.
good. Those numbers are true.
Yeah.
Next one, Downforce.
I think we know which way is this one going.
Go on then, give us the numbers.
Right, 860 kilos at 177 miles an hour, or 409 kilos at 124.
Yeah, not really going to compete with that. In fact, Porsche don't even quote downforce figures for this car. All they say is it's about 25% more downforce than you get with a normal GT4, slightly less than you get with a 911 GT3, but basically not in the same
You're not in the ballpark, are you?
No. Look at that pathetic rear
We
wing.
didn't think it was pathetic until this came along. How have they got this through
I know, it's
legislation?
basically pointless. But I tell you what, downforce figures, they are fascinating. They're good bragging rights, aren't they? But
Yeah.
what do they really mean in real life? What we need to do, Ollie, is conduct a science experiment to show the people at home what downforce really does.
Well, I think we can come up with one, can't we? Do you want to jump in here with me?
I'll get in the passenger seat. Let's go and hoon about.
Okay, Jack, GT3 RS. I'm driving. You're ballast.
I am.
What are we up to?
I am the ballast. Right, highly scientific. So we're going to use the same corner for both cars. Follow through. We're going to be measuring peak G and peak apex speed. Please shout apex at the apex.
Apex.
Whoa, 114 miles an hour and peak G 1.66. So those are the benchmarks. And now we're going to test braking G. So
Right.
what speed do you want to do?
Let's just get 130. Let's do something like that. Let's get it right up there. Right, that's 130, 140.
Sounds fast enough. Right, I'm
Ready?
watching the
That's
G meter
130.
again. Oh,
Right,
mama!
140. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Steady, go.
Oh, it's like hitting a wall. Glad I just had a really greasy panini 2 minutes ago. Right, 2.04 G
2.04 G under braking.
and a dashboard that's not covered in chunder, which I call a result.
Whoa, that's astonishing.
Those are the benchmarks then. Should we go and do it in the GT4?
Let's go do it.
Head for follow through, and you know the rules, Ollie. This isn't the scientific bit, by the way. This is just Ollie showing off. Right, tire temperature achieved. On to follow through. Shout apex at the apex.
Okay. Flipping hell.
Right, cancel the film. We've got the shot. And also, can we freeze on Ollie's face? Was there a moment?
Yeah, that was.
I'm afraid I forgot to look at my computer. I was slightly worried about my children not having a father, but...
This is saying 1.36 G, and I think we can say it wasn't going to go quite round there any quicker than that.
No, I was going to say 1.36 G is the limit of adhesion, but we're going to do it again.
Right, okay.
We're going to do it again because I wasn't looking at my computer.
Right. And I wasn't shouting apex because I was a little bit scared.
Please shout apex. Here we go.
Right, ready? To apex.
Oh, nicely
Bloody hell.
held. 95 miles an hour.
Oh.
Now,
Well, there's the difference
Do you
between
know what?
downforce and no downforce.
we're into our science here at Top Gear. That's the, I was going to say, high downforce, it stuck, it did 114, that was 95 miles an hour with a couple of quite sweaty crutches. Right,
Should we call that job done?
Let's call that
I'm
job
quite
done.
happy to call that job done.
but no, we've got a brake test to do.
Oh, we have?
We do,
Right.
we do. Right, turn around, brake test.
Right, okay.
Watch the computer, because we'll do the max G on there. 140 miles an hour, don't forget. Off you
Right,
go.
okay. Oh, I'm just going to listen to it sing for a while. That's 100,
What a noise.
110, 120, 130. About 140, ready, steady? Jeepers creepers.
Involuntary noises coming out of my mouth. What have we got?
1.48.
Ah, not as good. Over
Not as
2G in the
My
GT3 RS.
I mean, it's still, the brakes are astonishing, but
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, my
That
internal
GT3
computers
RS.
told me that was every bit as violent, but
Yeah.
the actual computers say no. So obviously you got the air brake going on the GT3
Yeah,
RS, wider tyres, everything working in your favour. So there it is, people. Downforce figures are one thing,
Yeah.
but that's what it means in practice.
Brown pants. That's what it means in practice.
Oh, is that you?
I think it might be.
Yeah, that braking test was one of the most unpleasant things I've ever done in my life, but all in the name of science, Ollie.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Next one, price.
Ooh.
What have you got for this?
Well, 178,500, but you absolutely have to have it with all the bits on it. So Visac pack, that's another 25 grand.
yeah, 25 grand with the
And-
carbon cage.
Yeah,
which
with the
we've got on
carbon
this
cage,
one.
but you also need the carbon ceramic brakes, which is another 6 and a bit. So you're up around 210.
£210,000.
Yeah.
This one, 108,370 as standard, but of course with all the goodies, so that's another 27.5 grand, but that gives you the Visac pack, titanium roll cage, carbon ceramic brakes, magnesium wheels, all the lightweight
Tidy.
goodies. £135,870, which it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
210, 136 grand.
But for the jobs they do, I think they're fantastic value.
And in a world of, 250 grand Maserati MC20s with
Yeah,
carbon
yeah.
bits on it, it's awfully good value.
Pretty tidy, isn't it?
Nice. That makes it 3-3 by my reckoning.
Right.
Oh, it's going right down to the wire, Ollie.
Yeah.
Noise. This is a hard one,
Ooh.
isn't it? Hard
Yeah,
one to
yeah.
justify, because hard one to quantify, really, because it's not just about volume, is it?
No, it's about how it makes you feel.
It's about quality.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this is how we're going to do this one. You've had a good go in that. Why don't I
Yeah.
have a go in the GT3?
Oh,
You
yeah.
have a go in the GT4.
Sounds like a plan. Shall
Not
we go?
complaining. He's not complaining. Out my way.
Just listen to it. Oh, it's just amazing, this car. It feels soft compared with the GT3 RS. Soft, but really, really manageable and delicate and fluent.
Noise! Must focus on the noise and not the fact that there's a GT4 RS just a few millimetres from my front bumper. It is a mighty sounding car, this thing. 4 litre flat 6, 9,000 RPM. There it is, 9,000. Look, it's not a sound you're going to kick out of bed, but unfortunately I've driven the GT4 RS extensively, and I know that that is a very, very good sounding car. One of the all-time greats, in fact. So, I'm sorry GT3, but I think you're probably going to be coming second in this one.
Listen to that! Oh my God! You have to shout to make yourself heard, but no one cares because it's just fabulous. Oh, it's not in the same league of seriousness as the GT3 RS, but it's still unbelievably good. Right, let's see if we can lose a GT3 RS. Give it all the noise!
Oh, right. Round the tyre wall. Hard on the brakes. Third, second. Right on the GT4 RS's bumper. Oh, he's sideways everywhere. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take him out. Bye-bye, off the limiter, not very clever. God, the stability is good. Hello, Downforce.
Oh, I love watching the wing go behind it. That looks incredible.
And the thing is, you don't even need to be that good to exploit it. Look at me.
Yeah, get him under braking. Right, Jack, you'll have to be braver than that.
Eat your heart out, Stig. This car makes gods of the rest of us. Bit wide on that one.
The late corner grip of that GT3 RS, it just goes. And then I can't pull it back in fast enough on the straights, but I could be stupider under braking.
Well, Ollie, try and keep up. To be fair, I don't want to go with him too much. He is quite talented.
Just about managed to keep pace with him through there. How fast is he going to dare go through here? Oh, the noisemaker, that's what this is. Noise, GT4 RS.
Noise, GT4 RS, yeah, we agreed on that one. So that, it's clawed it back, 4-3 to the GT4 RS, but there's still one category left.
Right.
It's the daddy. It's the Nürburgring lap time. So go on, you do the honours.
6:49.3, which is only 2 seconds slower than a GT2 RS, which had another couple of hundred horsepower. That's astonishing.
That's bonkers. I can't really get my head around that at all. It's almost not worth saying. This car isn't slow at all. It was, what was it, 7 minute, 9.3 seconds lap of the Nürburgring.
20 seconds slower.
Just been put in the
I don't
shade.
think that's bad, but my God.
Yeah, and also, my God, it's a draw. I can't quite believe it. Our highly scientific Top Trumps test has scored this a dead heat, 4-4. So all your, this GT3 is going to lunch the GT.
Well, in lap time, it has done, hasn't it?
Yes, in certain areas it has.
They're equal, so there's a very easy way of clearing all this up and deciding.
Okay.
Which one would you have? Got an answer?
Just give me a second. Don't rush me. It's a very big decision. They're both highly accomplished cars. Yeah,
I have. Right, ready?
What's
we'll
this?
do it on the count of three.
The car we're going to take home.
The car you want to keep forever to drive and do all the stuff. Right,
me.
on the count of three,
Right.
say it. 3, 2, 1, GT4 RS. We agree.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's sensational. It's delivered on the track today. It makes all the right noises. You could live with it. You could drive it on the road.
Exactly, and that one, you basically have to live at the Nürburgring in a race suit with a tent in order to get the most out of it. And it's astonishing, but it's very, very tracky.
Okay, so we've made our decision. That's the one we're both going to take home. But seeing as we're at a racetrack and there's still some light, I'm going to have another go at this.
Are you? Right,
Yeah,
well,
clear
I'm going to
off.
try and catch up.
All right.